You're ready to hit the stage and start scaling your business with public speaking. But in the wake of COVID-19, it can feel like everything is changing every day, and you're not sure if speaking should still be at the top of your priority list. You're wondering, should you be pursuing this? And if so, how on earth do you get started? Well, don't you worry, friend. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what shifts we need to make when it comes to public speaking and how you can search for speaking opportunities post quarantine. Welcome to episode 109 of the Speak to Scale podcast, where we help entrepreneurs just like you scale their business and their impact with public speaking. I'm your host, Jessica Rasdell, and I am so excited that you're here. Whether this is your very first episode or your 109th, know that I appreciate you so much, and I cannot wait to dive into this topic with you today. It's no secret that we're all navigating new waters in business, and to pretend like public speaking hasn't been impacted by this would be an absolute lie. So today we're breaking down 3 big things for you. 1, what you need to consider when it comes to public speaking post-quarantine. 2, how to increase your conversions through speaking, even when it feels like the numbers are stacked against you. And 3, how to find speaking opportunities, even if right now you're saying everything is being canceled. I've got you. But before we jump into that, I want to tell you about a free training that I put together that's going to help you take this lesson and apply it to your business, because absorbing content without implementing it isn't going to yield any results. And I don't want that for you. So I put together a 4-part training series that's completely free on how to find the right speaking opportunities to scale your business. I know that you are a busy entrepreneur with so much on your plate, and you are done with saying yes to everything. And instead, you want to shift your focus to the things that are directly impacting your bottom line and really serving your audience well. So in this training, I'm going to show you exactly how to clarify your conversion strategy, get clear on the right audience for you to speak, and show you exactly how to find the events that are positioned for you to scale. So go ahead, hit pause on this, go download that or snag it after this episode. But you can find that in the show notes or by heading over to thepublicspeakingstrategist.com/training. It's completely free. Just enter your email and you'll get instant access to the whole thing. Boom. All right, friend. So let's just call out the elephant in the room before we move forward and say that speaking is not going to be the same. Moving forward through this, life and business are not going to be the same, and that's okay. But we need to do our part and show up as the best entrepreneur and speaker we can be, and that's going to require us to make a few shifts. So here's what I need you to know about speaking post-COVID. Events are probably going to be more intimate, and that's not a bad thing. Long gone are the days of thousands of attendees crammed into a space, rustling by the buffet line and giving hugs in the hallway. People are probably going to be a little bit more resistant to gather in such large groups. And at the time of recording this, that's not even allowed. So what we can expect is that conference organizers, event planners, hosts of these gatherings are going to have to innovate. And that might mean more intimate gatherings, smaller sizes, hands-on workshops, retreats, maybe even moving things online. None of this has to be a bad thing. In fact, smaller events can yield higher conversions, but it's going to require you to make a mindset shift. If you have, up until this episode, been approaching your speaking conversions from a numbers game standpoint, I'm going to beg you to stop. What I mean by that is if you have been telling yourself, if I can just get to a larger event with more audience members, then in turn, I'm going to see a higher conversion. We've got to stop. that numbers game won't work. And it's going to bring me to point number 2. You've got to increase your conversions even when it feels like the numbers are stacked against you. So as event organizers are going to shift to this different setting, or as we're going to be forced to gather in smaller sizes for the time being, you, my friend, have got to master the art of increasing your conversions while reducing your audience size. Sounds a little crazy, right? But it's easy, I promise. We just need to focus on getting in front of the right audience for your offer. Long gone are going to be the days of saying 3,000 people will surely equate to a few sales, instead of saying I can get that same percentage whether I'm in front of 3 people or 300 people. So I need you to get crystal clear on who that audience is. If you need to make a conversion for yourself, whether it's credibility, a sale, a book, a coaching program, a membership, anything, who is the person you created that offer for? Who are they? Who is this most going to benefit? And that is the audience you speak in front of. Not anybody who will take you. I want you to be selective and serve the people you've been called to serve. Once you figure that out, that brings us to our next point. You've got to have a high value presentation that's going to prime them for your offer. So if you have an offer that is perfect for the audience, but your presentation isn't guiding them to it, you're not going to get that conversion. So make sure we've got the audience and the offer in alignment with your talk. Those 3 pieces are going to work together to get you a higher conversion. But I've got one more little side note for you, friend to friend, because this came up in a conversation earlier this week with a dear friend of mine, and she made a comment along the lines of, I've made the worst business decisions when I've been worried about money. And I think we can all agree that making business moves when you're stressed about finances is not a smart thing. So I need you to detach from the financials when it comes to crafting this presentation, when it comes to seeking out opportunities, when it comes to developing your conversion strategy. Because if you are making these decisions, like what goes into your talk and who you're going to speak in front of and what opportunities you say yes to, based on a fear that you need to hit a certain dollar amount inside of your business, you're going to make poor decisions. Instead, I want you to focus on the impact. What's the difference you're going to make for the audience? What's the transformation you're going to provide for them? How will they be left when you walk off that stage? So what will they know, do, or be able to achieve as a result of that talk? When we can focus on the transformation instead of the dollars, we will create a high value talk that provides a result that helps our audience get a transformation. And delivering value from the stage is going to increase your conversions. Income is a byproduct of serving from the stage, not the other way around. So detach from the numbers, focus on serving your people, and watch your conversion skyrocket. So if we've shifted our mindset, we've gotten clear that events are going to be different, we're prepared for that, we've adjusted our talk, we've gotten clear on our audience, how do we actually find these opportunities? How do we find stages to speak on so that we can increase these conversions? Well, I need you to shift your mindset just one more time. I know I'm asking you to do a lot today, but I promise it's for your best interest, and I'm just that friend in your corner who's looking out for you. So up until this point, many of us, myself included, have searched for events based on actual events. We're looking at the opportunities. We're looking at specific stages and conferences and workshops and retreats that we've been drooling over for years. And you probably have one in mind. If I said to you today, hey friend, what is that one stage you really want to be on? I'm sure you'd be able to name it right away. We've got to let go of that. And I know it sounds crazy, and I'm going to have to change some of my own teaching materials where I ask people to identify their favorite stages. But the reality is a lot of those stages are not going to exist going forward, or they're not going to exist in the same capacity. So if we stay focused on the events that have happened in the past, we're going to miss out on the opportunities that are popping up in the future. Instead of focusing on the events, I want you to start looking at the leaders. Who are the people that are putting on those events? Who are the people that are leading communities through these difficult times? The ones who are serving from the front and showing up and guiding a tribe of engaged people that you want to be in front of. Those are the people you need to focus on. Those are the ones you need to be building relationships with and connecting with and finding out how you can support them, because they are in the trenches right now, trying to innovate and figure out the best way that they can provide value and serve their communities even while everything is changing. And if you're not focusing on them, you're not going to see the things they're building. You're not going to be able to show up and support them. You're not going to be there in their corner when they're looking for speakers and educators to serve their people in a new way. Whether they're putting on an online summit, they're creating a more intimate event, they're providing different types of new resources for their people. You want to be the one who is in their corner, ready to grab that mic and serve from the front. So today, I'm going to challenge you as you're doing your research and you're looking for events and opportunities the stages that you can step on in the next 6 to 12 months. Let's shift our focus away from the events that we have been focusing on and on to the community leaders who are standing up and providing these platforms for you. Start building those relationships. Start looking for the leaders, and you, my friend, will have this backdoor access to the stages before they're even announced. So let me recap today for you to help make sure we're all on the same page and you know exactly what to do. Because I told you to do a lot of things today, and I'm sorry, but not sorry. First, remember, events are going to be different. So ditch the numbers game. 2, focus on quality conversions for the right audience, not saying yes to everything. 3, shift your focus away from the events and onto the organizers. They're the people you want to partner with. If you enjoyed this episode, which I hope you did, I know that the free training series on how to find events to scale your business is going to help you implement all of this. So head on over to thepublicspeakingstrategist.com/training and get started. It is going to be a step-by-step 4-part series to help you implement everything we walked through today. I cannot thank you enough for joining, and I will see you back here next week for another episode of the Speak to Scale podcast.